me go ahead and throw this recording on. All right, cool. Uh, I'm in now. Cool. Thanks, Crystal. Like I said before, this is Fred House, CEO Choice Leggett. We got Miss Toni Ward out of Cali, our first platinum on the line. Miss Ward, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. So welcome everybody on this line. I see it's absolutely packed. I see 82. I see the number still climbing. I just want to make sure you guys understand that we as leaders, I want to make sure you guys are fully informed and definitely dedicated to your investment into Evolution Travel. We wanted to host this call this evening. And I thought it was really heavy on my chest because I know David McCovey just talked about a few things about retention, value, and we just had an excellent webinar the other day with Ms. Ward explain why should you be in an opportunity like this and what the value is. So we just wanted to run through a few details for you guys, just so you guys will truly understand, how to avoid certain things, how to place value in your presentation, more so about recruiting and the money, right? So we wanted you guys to really pay attention to that as well. But we wanted to be very transparent with you guys. That's why we wanted to call this a locker room. So we're going to open up this line as far as questions. So make sure if you have a pertinent question for us this evening, put it in the chat box, because at the end of this presentation or end of this actual conversation that we're going to have, we're going to open up the line and really talk about everything that's important. So we're going to answer every question possible that we can. I know you're going to devise a lot of questions throughout this presentation, and so you guys can take advantage of that as well. So don't be shy. Like I said before we got started, we want to have a face-to-face conversation. It's very rare that I turn my camera on, but I want to make sure you guys know who I am and what we're doing. So if you guys are here to make your presence known, do not be afraid for us to have a face-to-face. This is the advantage of technology. So let's have a conversation. First of all, I want to congratulate the team. We've grown to, I think, about 2,000 to 2,100 partners in the course of about 17 days since we've been launched to the public. I think I just heard David say the end of this promotion ends on the 2nd of February. So I know that sums up to be about 13 more days left. So it's very, very important that you guys take advantage of this deal. What we've done in the last 17 days with this deal has changed the game. I was able to hit platinum. I think Ms. Ward was able to hit platinum fairly fast. I think she sold it up to be 1-star. And that's something that you guys should be focused on as well. I just sent the mass text out to my team about posturing up. I mean, if you're one step away from your next promotion, there's no way in form you should sleep tonight. That's as serious as it gets. If you got one level before bronze, don't go to sleep till you get it. One level before silver, wake up to a promotion. If you're one level before gold, or if you got somebody in your system that's stopping you from hitting gold because they're not silver, you guys should be applying pressure to that aspect. So I salute Miss Toni. I don't know if you have all your numbers, but I'm gonna say my numbers in my organization. We got a total of over 360 partners. We got 23 executives that ranked up. 5 bronzes. I think we're about to break up another bronze in a few seconds here. I'm waiting on a text message. And then we got 13 silvers. And so it's very important that if you guys understand the power of the comp plan, getting the silver is very important to override the team bonuses. And the $8 stack up a lot. So you want to make sure that you are getting in the best position possible. And we're looking for the next few goals to break. A lot of things can happen in the next few days for us to actually knock that out. But I want to go through some few things that may help us out. But, one of the things I want to talk about is retention. So I think Miss Toni got some great information for you guys that will help you with how you prospect the retention as well as anything else. So let me log into here. I hope you guys are by your computers, on your computers, or available to take notes or anything of that nature, so we can stay informed. But awareness and back office. So let's go through a few things in your back office, ladies and gentlemen, so we can make sure we focus. If anybody can see the screen, Ms. Ward, can you see the screen? Is it showing the back office?
Yeah, I can see it. It's perfect.
Okay, perfect. You know, I'm very transparent with you guys. I don't mind you guys seeing what's actually happening within the organization. But I want you guys to see what your future looks like. So naturally, we got the PTA training. We got the travel site. One of the things we wanted to go through is taking advantage of the perks and benefits of this deal. But one of the main things I want to hit on real quick before we go any further, if you guys are taking notes, what happens with this deal is that, you know, I'm going to tell you how the business works with retention. We get paid out for the membership being renewed every single month. Okay, so you want to make sure that your organization is strong as possible by going through your back office and making sure, for one, you do not miss your laps. You guys remember one of the qualifications for the scholarship program was not missing a lapse in payment in 6 months straight. Right. So in order for you to make sure to maintain that is just to understand you guys are in business. Regardless if you hit your goal, if you did not hit your goal, you should have signed into this opportunity already knowing for the next year, I'm going to spend well over $700 to $800 in maintaining my business on a monthly basis. So that means the $79.95 or the $80, if you do the math, that's over $800, that's $960 that is going to be given to your organization. Remember, tax write-off. It's a tax write-off. You're already writing off $1,000 on your taxes because you're part of this opportunity. Key value number one, if you guys are writing that down, I'm pretty sure Toni will go through that as well, just to hit that with you guys. So if you guys don't know or don't know by now, for your team, for you, we have a portion in here of business. Is it business or account? Let me see. Update your personal info. Update your payment info. So you guys may want to go in there and make sure your credit card information is correct. Make sure you know your payment date, and make sure you're prepared to make sure that even if you don't have your 12 in the system or enough to pay your bill, you're in position to do so. Because I believe David was talking about everybody that got started in December, right before the 1st. Am I right, Toni?
Yeah, the 27th will be the day.
Yep, the 27th we got started. They're gonna start tallying the residual kickbacks. Okay, so everybody that was a part of the system in December will receive a residual check in February. So that's a big heads up for that. So what that means is whatever you've done in December up until the 1st is be tallied in your residual check on February. So let me get you guys to understand what that means. If you guys ranked up to silver or ranked up to gold, or if you got 50 people in your system by the end, guess what? Everybody that came in the system, in order for you to get a residual check in February, guess what has to happen? They have to pay the bill. So what that means is everybody, you might want to go through your system and make sure that your whole team, or they should be on this line at this point in time, but don't be confused by if you look in your back office and you see a total downline of 366 that you're going to get $366, 366 per payout at the end of the month. Realize this: if you got 366 there and 80 of them don't pay the bill, your check gonna be short. Okay, so when you put people in the system, just get them to understand the value. That's what Miss Toni is gonna go through very, very detailed. The value of being, understanding that you're in business. This is not a week trial or a month trial. This is, you're getting in business for the long haul. So I don't promote prepaid cards, but if it works for them to get the system, okay. But I do promote them getting in the system with their credit card, because this is business. Because you got to make sure if they don't hit their quota by that month, that, by next month you're concentrating on making their business free. To prevent that, team, is to press the envelope. When they get started in your business, I hope you guys are taking notes. When they get started in your business, press the envelope for them to get promoted, or press the envelope for them to fill their first 2 levels. People won't quit free. It won't happen. So you have to make sure, let me help you get your first 3. Let's do a couple conference calls with you. When are you available to have a travel party? See, this is one of the things we did to run to platinum. At the end, I knew I needed 60, 80 reps, right? So every new person that came in the system, we talked. I said, hey, first and foremost, let's get you paid and promoted. When are you available for a travel party? When are you available to invite people to your home? When are you available for you to meet my team so we can come and pack your home? But that's just how serious it actually gets. When you get down to actually try to figure out who's available and who's ready to run. Hold on for 1 second. Who's available to run with you? Certain people are going to come at you and give you that opportunity. Now, I'm sure we could have done more damage, which we're still in a position to do. But I want you guys to realize, if you got people coming in the system or you're new to the business, don't wait on your upline to do that. Push the envelope and make your upline work. So get them in a position to understand making your business free, which would be cool. So update your personal information here. Let me go through another perk real quick for you guys. I think Tony's going to jump in on some of this here. We got a position here. Where's it called? My travel site.
No, go to the slides.
Go to the slides first. Okay. Let's go to the slides. The boss has spoken.
Yeah, okay.
Let me see. You sent it to my Gmail or, I mean, my...
Choices.
All right, cool. That's the wrong code. No, you didn't.
Yes, it is. Here, I'll tell you right now. You already know technology is not my thing. I sent it to FDH.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Now I'm froze on the screen.
While he's finding that, I'll just piggyback on what he's saying as far as the payments go. This month on December the 27th, actually everybody who got started in this business in December, they will process your first payment. So make sure before the 27th, you have the correct credit card information on your back office. Otherwise, it will not go through. So make sure you shoot that out to your teams so that everybody knows on the 27th of this month, they will process your first payment. So congratulations to all of you who started in December. It is your 1 month anniversary with your new Evolution business.
Yay!
I'm excited. That month went by so fast.
Yeah.
No sleep, a whole month. That's crazy, right?
We're not done yet.
No, I'm gonna sleep in Jamaica though, for sure.
I'm gonna sleep in.
I'm sleeping in Jamaica for sure.
The training, which one? PowerPoint?
For that one, TSA and more. You never know what you're gonna get with me, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. Let me move this out the way. Okay, cool.
This is some really good information, you guys. So make sure you take notes while it shows you.
All right, you good? You ready?
You have to download it, right?
No, I'm just gonna slide through.
Okay.
All right, you want me to do it? You got it.
It doesn't matter to me. We can both do it. This is TSA training 101. Basically, at the airport, when you go to check in, you know, there's these long lines. You have to take off all your clothes, your shoes, your stuff. You know, who wants to do that? Well, if you have TSA clearance, you don't have to. I'm always standing in line and I'm wondering, what is that line over there? Why do those people just get to walk through? Why are they so special? And so I ask questions. and this is what we found. So if you have TSA clearance, you don't have to take off your shoes. You don't have to remove your laptop. You don't have to remove those 3 1-ounce liquid containers. You don't have to take off your belts, and you don't have to take off your light jackets. You are actually approved to go through security without doing that stuff. Go ahead, Fred. You can take it from here.
Oh, he said enlarge the screen. Let me see. What can't you see, brother?
Well, I think you should just do it on your. Make it because it's kind of small. People like me can't see. You know, I'm blind.
All right, let me save it on the desktop. Thank you, D-Wade, for pointing that out, my brother. I didn't know. D-Wade be on my head.
That's good.
He always complaining. I can't see. That's better?
That's better. It's not perfect, but it's better.
Hey, you made it.
I'm saying you could do it.
All right, cool. So this is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Go through your back office and actually go to the my travel site on the left-hand side. You know, click on my travel site. You want to go down to when you want to go to resources first. The site is going to pop up, and you want to go to resources first. Okay, this is what's going to pop up. This is a lot of benefits in this page here, ladies and gentlemen. So you want to just go through everything that you see on this page, but we want to hit on this first because I just actually went through this process today, which is a part of the process itself. So down you see it say TSA pre-check information. Okay. Soon as this pop up over here, click apply. So you want to make sure you apply for the TSA pre-check. So when you apply for it, it's going to give you the criteria, what you have to do, complete the online application, you know, schedule your appointment, and then visit the application center that you apply for with the required documents that you have and your payment source. This is an $85 fee for this, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you're available to take advantage of that when you go in. But here, this shows you the pre-enrollment, which required a valid proof of ID. You can use your passport identification. I use that. I use my passport for mine. And what is going to happen is you're going to put in all your information into the page. It's self-explanatory. And this is going to put you in a position to earn a known traveler number. That known traveler number is just something that that you can absolutely achieve that allows you to, when you book in and you get into your tickets and stuff, to go through this pre-check process. So you'd be like myself when I used to see people walk past me and flash their little credentials and just go on about their business. So it's $85, right?
It's $85, but that lasts you for 5 years. So
5 years.
5 years to get the secret VIP line service.
Right. So you start your application out, basic information, get your appointment, and start traveling like an Evolution Travel VIP. It's a great perk to have. Travel agents must have these passport, clear card, AM Resource Master Agent, IA card brochure.
That was the end of the.
Oh, back, but okay, yeah. So you start your application, figure this out, and then once you fill it out, I did the process today. I filled it out. It was real simple. Set an appointment. I missed it. I called it and just went in for a walk-in. You can set it at any location that you are. Kids 12 and under can go with you through pre-check, but you know, like my daughter, I have to actually enroll her into the situation and pay the $85 again for her. But she flies on her own as it is, so she needs this as well. So that's one of the benefits. You want me to proceed to the next one?
You can.
Okay, cool. So these are the must-haves as a travel agent and the benefits. So passport is one. So if you don't have one, go back to the other section we started with and get one. Clear card, I'm pretty sure she's going to touch on that. AM Resort Master Agent, we're going to talk about that. IATA card and brochures, which is my living room, looks like a smorgasbord of a bunch of paperwork, thanks to Miss Toni. But don't be a secret agent. You know, this necessarily means that if you're a part of this deal and you invest into it, no matter if it took you $30 or not, go hard, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it happen because I'm loving every perk about the travel industry. And nobody I've ever heard somebody ever frown up, turning nose up, talk about a travel agent. I mean, it's just a benefit. It's a benefit in itself. So you got to be creative. I know Toni had car magnets on her car before, which is pretty cool. I know my Hawaii representative, Ms. Nina Kenny, had magnets as well. No, pretty sure some other people on his line had them. I'm just learning about the brochures, which she can touch on in a minute. I know you can go through the what is it, the vendors to get them.
Right.
Yeah, you can go through the vendors and get a whole 10, 15, 20 boxes that can get delivered to your house full of brochures. Trust me, I know.
Can I touch on this real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So with the car magnets, just to let you know, a lot of people think it's kind of like, how do I do it? Where do I go? There's so many different places and things you can do. You can go to Vistaprint. You can go online. You'll learn about me that I'm super cheap. I like to find anything for the cheapest price possible. So I just Googled cheap car magnets, and there's a website called supercheapmagnets.com, and I got 2 car magnets for only $8.88. Really good investment. I kind of forgot they were on my car when I first got them, and I was wondering why people were like staring at me and following me on the freeway. I actually had somebody follow me on the freeway and sign up and became a travel agent just because he saw my car magnets. I booked a trip to the Bahamas for a guy and his wife and his son because he saw my car magnets when I was at the gas station. So the car magnets really work. So make sure you, invest in some. I know everybody's car is, not as fabulous as Frederick Howe's beautiful car, but, he might not want a magnet on that car. But for most of us, we can put a car magnet on our car and be okay with it.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to throw that in there. And the brochures work with flyers. I'll use a simple flyer, as you'll see in this PowerPoint, and I'll attach it to a brochure. Sometimes the brochures can be just paperweights for your flyer. The best part about the brochures are they're sent to you by the vendor. The shipping is free. The brochure is free. Everything is free. And they're beautiful. So people, even if they don't want to do business with you, they'll have those brochures. They're not going to throw them away. They're going to keep them and look through them because they all want to go on vacation. So the brochures work really, really well.
They actually show cruise ships, the inside, the interior. They show a lot of stuff in the brochures. Everybody, I'm pretty sure, on both sides of the law and both sides of this team, get with me to check out some of the brochures. I'll show you guys to look out and what they look like. Billboards, simple neighborhood flyers, business cards. Those are all necessities of being part of business. Hello, we are your neighborhood travel agents. Marquise and Nico, that's what's up. We can help book your vacations, teach you how to become a travel agent. That's pretty simple. I mean, people are going to respond to stuff like this. Okay?
Right.
So if you just actually post that somewhere, hey, put it on your door, put it on your car, or just have a neighborhood flyer for you, it works. Here's another example.
Just staple to the brochure. That's what it was.
Yep. Hello, my name is Kimani. My mommy is the best. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Take it to the school. My mama is the best travel agent in the world. Her name is Toni. My mommy can help book your vacations, teach you how to become a travel agent, number and travel agent number. People are going to respond to that.
Big time. This one really worked. This one we stapled to a brochure, took it to our neighborhood. I actually had 6 signups in one vacation just from this flyer itself. People think it's cute. Even if they don't like you, they're not going to deny a kid saying my mommy's the best travel agent in the world. Sometimes you got to use a little bit of psychology to get your marketing stuff done. It just works.
Wow. Okay. To be continued. Sweet. Okay, cool. Let's proceed. That was powerful, Toni. Let me see what else we got. We're gonna go to this one.
That's the one from before. Did you want me to go through that more thoroughly?
It'll work. I mean, we can just kind of slide through it.
Okay.
Let me download it real quick. Boom, bada bing.
Your Crystal, the website is your own website. You go to your back office and you will hit my travel perks or my travel page and then click on resources. The TSA stuff is there.
Okay. This is just that flyer, right?
Right.
Okay. I guess this is just a general explanation about the write-offs of being in the home-based business. This is the value portion, ladies and gentlemen. I think Toni, I believe Toni, you use this as more of a selling point in your presentation than the actual money and recruiting. You can speak on that a little bit.
Well, this is a selling point in the presentation, but it's also retention. I mean, you want to get your tax deductions. That's why a lot of people sign up. So in order to, benefit from all this stuff, you need to stay active. Period. Bottom line. These are just the bullet points that excite me. There are 477 different tax deductions that we, benefit from. These are just the ones that jump out at me. Exactly. That's why Crystal joined too. So I put them here because if they excited me, they excite somebody else too. So these can actually, this form you can create yourself. I actually put this on back of that neighborhood flyer when I send the stuff out. So even if the people don't care about travel, they do care about taxes. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 with that. So it works out really, really well. So that's what that really is, just having the stuff that you use anyway, and it's a tax deduction, it just works.
Right. I just a short story real quick. I was at work today, and I actually put a post up about it. And I was talking to a lady at my job. She was like, well, I got ate up on my taxes because I made an extra $23,000 this year, last year versus the year before last because I was pregnant and I was at home. So I missed out on a couple of months of work. And she said, I thought I was going to I still owed the city for things I was doing, this, that, and other. And so I mentioned to them, I said, well, yeah, that was one of the biggest advantages of me, making the money I made last year. I made more than what I made in my job. Plus, I still made more than what she made on the job. But I said, I still got more back in taxes than I got anything else. They was like, oh, that's because you got that business thing. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I got a home-based business that I invested $30 into, but I get big write-offs like 100% on my cell phone bill. I got, and I told them it's $6,100 per child up to age 17. It was like, tax credit, you don't get the tax credit. I said, no, everything is expense when you think about when your kids, you got to spend money on your kids. So I said, my daughter got gymnastics. She got life. She got everything. She flies every single other month back and forth from here to Atlanta. And I was like, okay, so, and then on top of that, 100% of your trips that you take, I mean, come on now, we travel by default, but just think about it. You can write off any trip you take because it becomes a business expense when you say, okay, well, I had a meeting when I went to where I went to. Like, we're about to go to Hawaii to the Pro Bowl, and you best but show in 2017, I'll be writing that off. So it's just something that you guys got to understand 100%. And then it cracked me up about this expenses for your dog. I mean, That's crazy. I mean, 100% expenses for your dog's veterinary fees and all that other stuff like that. But from my understanding, I'm not a tax expert, but I had a lady review my taxes. And I asked her a question. I said, so if I made such amount in my job and this amount of work, she said, well, how much taxes did you get taken out of your job money? So I told her that. And then she said, on a normal situation, if we did not have a tax credit, I would owe $35,000.
Wow.
She said, I would owe 35 grand off rip. Now, one of the benefits was I filed my taxes as a business owner, though. So I use my business EIN when I file my taxes, and I make sure that I am a client or I am a worker of my business. So what I do is when I file my taxes through my EIN, and I let the income come as payable income that I made in my business to Frederick Howell. And I get a bigger 15% tax break on what I do if I set it up that way. So you definitely got to get with your tax preparer and just don't go to I'm telling you, some of these people on this line, y'all go to cousin, Uncle Pookie Ray Ray, and they give you that $2,000, $3,000 refund. And I realized that when I went to a real preparer and I did not play with how much I paid this lady. I paid my tax preparer $450, and I'm gonna tell you why. She does a full financial review of my business and everything I do for the year. A full portfolio she takes care and maintenance. Every quarter, she lets me know what I have to reclaim, what I have to do, what I have to change to make sure I guarantee the return at the end of the year. So that's something I gladly pay for. That's an investment. And then on top of that, I can write that off because that's a business expense. But she made sure, she said, okay, without your taxes and without your situation, you're going to owe $30,000. I was like, man, she said, but if we do this, that, and other, give me your expenses, blah, 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 boom, 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 I'm still guaranteed, well more than the $7,000 to $8,000 check without the rest of the income that was. And we had this conversation back in, September, October. So I already knew right then and there, like, man, it's just a benefit to be a part of this industry. So that's just one of the other benefits, team. So that's that. Okay, so what we can do now, I know we've been on the line for about a good 30 something or so minutes. I just wanted to go back and touch and reiterate on the positivity of retention in this opportunity, because when you understand your business enough, you realize that retention is the reason why we are so excited about residual income. Now, residual income means nothing if you don't retain your business partners. Mr. McCovey just said earlier, he talked to Donald Bradley, who's an esteemed mentor of all of ours, or most of us. He said, make sure you understand it's not about what you gain, it's about what you keep. And keeping and retaining your business partners is key. So it's not about the money. It's not about how exciting we can get them to be at one point in time. It's about the value. And that's one thing we can tell you about Mr. McCovey. When we talk to him 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time, and he wants to keep us up and wake us up and all kind of stuff like that, the leadership is on the line talking about how to make their business the most valuable, attractive, and listen to this. If you talk to anybody in marketing, we got the most valuable, attractive mousetrap. Most valuable, attractive mousetrap, which means that we are going to attract attention and we are going to catch and keep anything that comes in between there. We just have to make sure we consistently provide the value to all our prospects and all the people coming to the business. So evaluating your prospect is very important to make sure you retain them. One of the things I learned from mentorship and this opportunity is just that the biggest thing we have to do is ask a lot of questions. So make sure you qualify, not only if we're learning anything from the travel training, they say qualify your clients, qualify your partners too. Figure out why they're here. Figure out what purpose do they serve in the opportunity and why do they want to invest into it so we can provide that comfort for them. We do not approach everybody in this business talking about you can make a lot of money, you can make a lot of money. I've seen that work backwards in a situation, or it didn't work, but it just went backwards in a situation where this guy tried to prospect this guy who was already a millionaire, and he was telling him about how he can make $50 codes and $60 codes. This guy laughed and was like, man, I'm just not interested in that. And then when I talked to him, I asked him a simple question, what interests you in this opportunity? What you more focused on? He was just literally like, I'm well off in life. I don't really need any money. And so the first thing I hit him on was like him helping out the community, him helping out somebody else with the opportunity to change their lives. His influence may be more of an effect to the community and things of that nature. Then he was more apt to get involved because, first of all, the travel was a benefit to him in the first place. So that's just one of the perks. So take the time to evaluate your prospects, team, because it's very, very important for you guys to be in position for that. So if anything and any other information, let me see if gallery view exit.
I have Dorothy had a good question I'd like to answer for her.
Okay, let's go run through Dorothy's question.
which actually was a good segue to what I was going to talk about anyway.
Okay, go ahead.
So Dorothy's question was, she hears about the discount, she hears about the tax and all that stuff, but when are we going to talk about booking travel and making money off of booking travel? And that's a great question, Dorothy. And that's what we do. We book travel. So sometimes, everybody's not this, great booker. Not everybody gets into the business for just to be a travel agent. They want to have some of the benefits too. But we have extensive training. So there are tons of people in our business that just book travel. That's all they do. They don't even get on these webinars because they're at home, booking their travel. They don't even care about this part. But what we try to do is make sure that everybody is well informed and educated on the travel end. We're actually putting together right now, Fred and I on the East Coast and West Coast, vendor training once a month. The first vendor training will probably be February, and AM Resorts will be coming out to train the agents on both the East Coast and the West Coast and give us some more knowledge so that we're able to sell their locations. So we are focusing on the travel part, but most of that's done, online, in-house. There are travel training calls and webinars that you can participate in so that you can learn more about that as well. So I hope that answers your question, Dorothy. If not, you can type in the chat box and let me know if you need something else answered.
Okay, cool. I want to, Toni, I want to share some of the documents about the things we're trying to get in the back office.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was gonna show them that.
Yeah, I want to show that as well. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, and then we're gonna go through Q&A, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Wait.
That was perfect because that'll speak to Dorothy's question too. That's perfect.
Sweet. Wait, let me share screen.
Fred and I actually put this together today for you guys.
Let me find it. Is this training cheat sheet? Training.
Yeah,
okay.
There it is.
All right, cool. What?
You have too much stuff on your screen.
No.
No, pull it up as a PDF. Somebody agrees with me. You have too much stuff on your screen.
Someone go bite me. Okay, so this is the Training and Success Collaboration Fund and Sunset Training cheat sheet. So we're gonna have something like this in the back office to get you guys a little bit more of a detail of places to go and the websites to have, so you can have it to pretty much put up in your office. Something that you can have just quick reference to. Travel Agent Academy, the Travel Agent University to learn more about being a travel agent. AM Resorts was something that she spoke on before. Disney Travel Agents. Royal Caribbean, Princess Cruises, and Carnival Cruises, which I just learned how to play with a little bit. Back office training area, log in, they click PTA training, enjoy the fabulous training modules. And then you got the wholesale condo login information, Advantage Direct information like that. That's one of the tools that we're gonna actually have implemented in the back office as well. And then I'll say the same thing. And then we also have this document here. Then we're gonna have a username password memory sheet. Okay, it's gonna have the IATA number on there that you can download and have to your advantages. One thing I want you guys to understand that we need to make sure we use the minds and availabilities of everybody in the organization. So if you are afraid to announce your ideas, then you're absolutely not helping us grow. Get with your leadership, hands down, because it's stuff like this that when we sit on the phone and we're talking, we shoot out so many ideas that be like, oh man, that would be a good idea. Let's use that, and stuff like that helps us build this brand, because you guys don't understand the significance of first to evolve, being the first in the system. We are the ones who are going to create the mode of evolution travel. 10 years down the line, we're going to look back and you're going to be able to say, I created that cheat sheet, or I created this, that, and other. I helped them do this. I put my spunk on something in this opportunity. So this is one of the things that we're going to have as well. Please feel free to always get with your leadership. It may look like some of you guys can create stuff like this. It's so simple. Username and password for all these sites that we're using, because we got a lot of advantages of all these places. Agency ID number, and because you're going to need that when you log in to Vax. So that's just key stuff that we're going to have. So that's another added benefit of being able to add some of that thing. Some of that. I don't have a lot of stuff on my screen. It's crazy. Anyway. So what else can we show them real quick, Toni?
I mean, I think that's a lot for them to ingest.
Is there any? Okay, let's do some Q&A.
Yeah.
Let's do some Q&A. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Boom. Detroit. Cali. We got one question. Let me see if she. Okay. From Shanika. Choices, baby. Toni, you mentioned the ability to set payment plans with the clients. May have to pay in full on their own. Is there a way we could set up payment plans with vendors that normally require full payments?
So sometimes vendors require full payments when you go like online to book things for somebody. But when you go into the back way, like the travel agent way, we are offered different options that normal, regular people aren't. So it really depends. You can't say across the board, yes, everybody accepts payment plans. But for the most part, when you go online to find something, more than likely it's going to be pay right now. Whereas if you have a travel agent do it, they'll let you, even with the flights, they'll let you too. So it really depends. It's a case-by-case situation, but a lot of times if you use the right vendor, you'll be able to do payment plans. Yeah. Actually, there's actually, hold on.
This is Tiger, right?
Huh?
That's Tiger.
Tiger? I don't know who Tiger is.
Tiger.
For them, we have something in the back office. We'll have another worksheet ready for tomorrow. If you go to the signature part of your back office, you'll be able to just type in the destination to where your client wants to go, and it'll give you the vendor information, who to use, what to do, and all that stuff. So a lot of the vendors you'll find as you start to dabble through everything, which ones are, accept payments, like Apple Vacations. I love them because they do payment plans and they let you deposit as low as like $100, and that includes the person's flight. So if you go on any website anywhere, you're not going to be able to do a payment plan for a flight. That works out really nice.
Okay, cool. I hope they answered your question. Let's see.
I hope so.
Okay, let's get Tiger together. She took Miss Wilson. Mute your phone, please.
That's okay.
She's over there with you?
No, she just whispered, I'm sorry. You didn't hear
That's okay. Oh, that's the beautiful part of technology. We know it's you. Let me see. I sell clothes online. I get send out free magazine. Let me see what the website got that done. Shanika again. I noticed the slide said this flyer is customizable. Can we have this emailed out to us? Is it emailed out? I guess.
I'll send you guys an email for the tax flyer, but only if you email me first, and I'll just attach it to you guys. Raw
destinations at gmail.com.
Yes. I'm real particular about my flyers, so if you're gonna do something to it, make sure it's pretty, Kay.
Yeah. Terrera said this business thing is the bomb.com. Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, these people that put their email addresses in here, make sure you email her directly. We're gonna be coachable, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be coachable. Got 2 dogs. Yay, Brenda. Yay. Those my 2 dogs, though. Ain't that something? I respond to email. Share her information, please. Let me see. No one. of those in Vegas. Need one of those in Vegas. I don't know what you need.
I don't know. That's my brother-in-law. That's Marquise. I'm so happy he got on the webinar tonight. Hi, Marquise. I'm calling you out.
Hey, Marquise, let's get this money. Let's see. Dorothy, I understand that recruiting is a great opportunity to make money. I also understand enjoying getting the discounts and perks. Okay, all that. I understand that recruiting is a great opportunity to make great money. I also understand we enjoying getting the discounts and perks and want others to benefit as well. But that's all I hear about being talked about. So what's the point? Do we focus on selling travel? After all, we do. After all, we are a travel company, correct? I can get on that. Then Tony, you can hit right after.
Could you repeat it for me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, she said she understands that recruiting is great and the discounts on travel is wonderful. She said, but that's all she hears us talk about. So what is the point? Do we focus on selling travel? After all, we are a travel company, correct?
Was that Dorothy?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember I already answered that.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. I'll answer that. Well, excuse moi. Okay. Katina says she don't bite. Some people love this. Okay, nice. I keep an Excel spreadsheet. Great. Let me see. I am making one in the mitten. I is on it. I will send it to you. Email me. Thanks. Cool. Also depends on how close the data travel is as well. I like to know. Yeah, this is great stuff. Okay, Christine Randall. I don't know if you answered this one. How do we go about getting a CLIA card? Do we have to, or she said, don we have to make the $5,000 in commission before we can apply for one, or CSN, or that's supposed to be can. We get one like how we did before without waiving the commission.
Do you want to answer that?
Nope.
Okay, I'll take it. So to get your CLIA card, you go to cruising.org.
Take notes.
For those of you who have already, and we'll put this in the worksheet too, for those of you who have already gotten your CLIA cards, all you have to do is contact CLIA and let them know that you're with Archer Travel if you got your CLIA card with another agency. But it is $49.95. No, you do not have to get the $5,000. They've waived the $5,000 because of the status of the travel agency. So it's just a $49.95. And I encourage everyone on here to get your CLIA card, because with that CLIA card, you have certain benefits.
A lot of benefits.
Yeah, you can take your CLIA card to Universal Studios and get half off. You can show your CLIA card at hotels and car rentals. It's like your identification saying that, yes, you are working in the travel industry. Your business card doesn't do that for you, but your CLIA card will, because CLIA is an international cruise line international association is what it stands for, and that definitely identifies you as a travel agent. So $49.95, go to cruising.org, make sure you have a picture, and then they'll send you your CLIA card.
Okay. Mostly I've seen, this is from Terrera, mostly I've seen the 100% payment due in trip less than 45 days out. Tony, has that been your experience too? I think I can answer that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Yes, because I just tried to do one and they said, okay, due date is on the 19th, full payment on the 20th. So they are not playing with the due dates. You got to make sure you got to get it in time, man. You got to they want you to do a year or so in advance, but the closer you get to the due date, the more money they want up front. 45 days is the limit. I think it's 60 days.
60 days.
Yeah, 60 days is the limit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great. I answered the 12 question. What? Okay, cool. Awesome. I'm known to use Vax and will become more familiar with Apple. Thank you, Tony. All right, that was from Shanika. Your brother-in-law said for taxes, your recommendation is to go to a professional, not your normal HRB or TurboTax, correct?
You can use TurboTax.
You can use them. I just like going to my normal tax preparer that knows me and knows business and knows how to cater to me personally. Like when you hit somebody that has been doing your taxes for quite some time, has been doing well, or you can find somebody that has a good recommendation. I like to do them because they're more personal and they're more for you. Okay. Right. I like that because my tax preparer, And please, well, this is gonna be quoted, it's recorded. Okay, yeah, but anyway, my tax preparer doesn't worry much about my receipts and things like that. I just have to make sure I'm up to par with my receipts. So if I'm ever audited, I have the availability to provide it. But when I talk to her, I call her, text her, send her over the information. She already knows my lifestyle. She has documentation of my trips. She has everything already pre-recorded. She knows how much my monthly fees are. She knows how much I spend in business already. So it's less tedious when I have a consistent person I deal with. HRB and TurboTax are cool, but it's just you got to have all the information up to par. You got to be ready. You got to be very organized. I'm just not one of them cats. So I recommend you get somebody that you can trust, that knows business, that knows entrepreneurship, and that knows you, and they're gonna take care of you. So that's my advice. Tony, you got anything else to put to that?
I agree with you. I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I just think H&R Block, and when you go to those type of franchise type places, they normally don't train on home-based businesses. They normally just train on like what majority of America has. So I've had people go on the H&R Block and get their taxes done in old money, and then go to somebody like Fred was saying and have a refund.
Yeah.
But you have to be really careful because sometimes people don't know. There are some videos online as well that show more in depth of what you guys can get, because most of us are not going to read that book with the 477 different tax deductions. Most of us don't know we can write off our TV or go buy a laptop and write that off, so there are so many different things that you can actually claim as deductions. So your tax preparer can, add a comma to your bank account sometimes. So make sure you have the right one.
Right. Your tax preparer may remember something that you forgot to tell HRB.
Exactly. Right.
And like when I actually went in, my tax preparer was like, "Yeah, don't your daughter go to gymnastics?" I was like, "That's a write-off." She said, "Yeah, boy, what you got to go?" I was like, "Well, if you want to talk about bills for her, so that's just one of the things that I use as a perk." So who else we got here? We got a lot of great questions. Oh my God. Jennifer Walker. Can the vendor list have a column to list the specialty of the vendor as well?
I talked to Jill today about that.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of detailed information. We could probably implement very, very, very short keynotes to ours. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, this and that and this and that. That might work a little bit, but I know they got more detailed information for that. But I guess you're talking to Jill, so I guess that'll work.
They're actually updating the vendor list, and it'll be a different kind of list in the back office within the next 2 weeks. So just hang tight and keep looking. They are working on it.
Okay, cool. This is great. What other marketing tools from Earl, big homie, do you suggest to grow your team? Tony, you go ahead.
Marketing techniques. Just be creative. I mean, I've gone as far as getting a billboard. So just was that a noise?
No, that's what's up.
Okay.
Billboard.
Okay. So just be creative. I mean, sky's the limit. They have all kinds of things you can do. So and Earl knows that. Spunk. You know that.
Yeah, Earl. If I had to add anything to that, marketing tools I probably use, marketing tools or tactics. I mean, I'll give you a tactic. If you use social media, one of the social media tactics I use is just that when some of you guys are lazy, and I just got 3 prospects today based on reaching out. I actually, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I actually reached out to a lady earlier. Let me see if it comes up.
This is the real talk version, raw and uncut. Some of you guys are lazy.
Yeah, they're lazy, bro. Like, oh my God, you're lazy. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what it said. Hey, I ran across your page, and without question, you seem like an amazing person. But I kind of wondered if you were open-minded enough for me to share my business with you. Simple. She said, "What's up?" I said, "How's life treating you?" She said, "Stressed, but I'll be okay." I said, I said, she said, how are you? I said, I'm blessed. I can't complain. I was looking on your page. Seems like you like to have fun. You're pretty adventurous. And she said something about, I understand. I wish I could say the same. I feel the same. I look the same. I wish I could say something like that. Seemed like she was just like, going through the motions or whatever. So I asked her to tell me about herself a little bit, if she didn't mind. She told me a little bit about what she do for a living. I said, okay, I see. I said, I'm kind of interested in what your interests are. And she said, well, why are you asking? I said, well, interested. I said, for me to look more into, I'm looking for what your interest is to find out if you're interested in the travel space, in the travel industry. And then she was just like, well, yeah, it sounds interesting, X, Y, Z. I just had a simple conversation, to be honest with you. At the end of that conversation, it more so went to the lines. I found out what she did for a living, and I just pretty much told her, as far as like what I offer, what I do, and if she wouldn't mind checking out some information or looking more into it, would she be open-minded in checking it out? And that was just another prospect. And I got her on the webinar, and she checked out the webinar, and she said, well, I'm really more interested now because I know I got a lot of friends that travel. But I would have never had that conversation if I didn't took the time to send a via text. I got another prospect that I reached out to when another tactic that I use is when I get a post and I see people that are not Evolution Travel. What I do is if they like it, I'll respond. I'll just say, hey, I noticed that you checked out my page. Are you interested in X, Y, and Z? I'll take the time to reach out because I was always taught that closed mouths don't get fed. Right. So if I don't say nothing, I'll never know. A lot of people you online have experienced people watching you for months. And when you say something to them, the first thing they say is, yeah, I've been watching you for a minute, man. I'm interested. You're going to go through that. It's going to happen. But you got to make sure you take the time and the due diligence to reach out and say something. What is another tactic I probably use? Last but not least, another tactic I probably use is just that, let me see, reaching out online, somebody say something to liking. You guys got to post more. You gotta share your life more. I heard of somebody getting online and posting business all day, every day. That's annoying. And people are gonna block you or unfollow you if they don't think because most people don't understand what you even have. You know what I'm saying? So try to incorporate life in the process. Like sometimes you may see me throw a quote up. Sometimes I might throw we out of the bar, we having fun. Sometimes I might throw up a beach picture. Sometimes I might throw up something mind-boggling. I throw up a poem. I throw up anything just to show the transition because the people that are watching your life are wanting to see something positive. Last but not least, please understand that you're watched a million times over. So you can't get on there today and say, I love my life. I'm blessed to be in business. Anybody want to join me, X, Y, Z? And then 10 hours later, you like, to hell with my baby daddy. My baby mama ain't shit. I mean, excuse me, but we locker room. Apologize. But you can't get on there and going ham and talking smack, and then 1 minute you depressed, the next day, and the next. You can't be depressed and successful in business. Right. And people are gonna watch you in that aspect. So be mindful of your posts and be sufficient enough to take the time to filter through the system when you do so. So I know that's kind of a long answer, but hopefully that works. We got about 13 minutes for the next webinar. Let me go a little quicker. What other marketing just said? Thank you, Shanika, for reiterating this is for our partner, Linda Lloyd of VA audio call. Can you please ask her how to sign up for clear card? Okay, I think we covered that. Boom, got mine. I need that. Awesome. How do we get the clear card that we pay for vacation? I was told that they do not have to send now. I'm not with them. Oh, so if they're not with vacation, they can't get their clear card. Is that correct?
No, they can get their clear card.
Okay, cool. So bump vacation, keep it moving. Crystal, I guess reach out. I guess I'll have Toni explain that in detail how to get that later. Or send her an email. Ask her.
Thanks, Fred.
Cool. What are the market tools suggest? I think I just went over that. Thanks, Fred. Okay, cool. Less than 60 days full payment. Okay, cool. Can you tell us your blueprint for time management between evolution, business, and 9 to 5? Yes, I can. Nicole, can you tell us your blueprint for time management between evolution, business, and 9 to 5? I incorporate it with my 9 to 5 and everything else. I take the time I possibly can. Like I know I'm not supposed to be on the phone at work. For some reason I find a hoodie to put on. Other things I probably do is I incorporated at times I'll be driving in my car. I put the speakerphone on in my car and I drive and I talk. I don't listen to the music. Other things I use is I'm extremely busy. I try to incorporate life in the process, but I just try to make sure I mix business. I would not go nowhere like the mall, with Miss Walker or something and have a conversation with somebody and not mention business. I will talk about my business on a consistent basis, but I will find a clever way to do it so that everybody can understand that I'm serious about business. So any time wasted is a time that you lose, and we already know we're on borrowed time, and we are on a time limit to make sure we maximize our opportunity. So don't sleep on your opportunity. Make sure you take advantage of it at every given point in time. If you find yourself watching TV and you know that show is pre-recorded, it can wait. Let me see. Nina, ask if we can change our monthly payment due date currently the 18th, but would like to change it to the 1st of each month. I'm pretty sure you can. I need you to email. Let me see. Here's an email for everybody to send corporate related questions to. Let me get it. Give me a second.
I have a feeling you about to get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, probably so. Now listen, don't be sending this is not for never mind. Hey, email me if you want to know about I'll talk to you, Nina. Yeah, that probably will get me in trouble, right? Yeah, I know you can change your payment date, so hit me up, Nina. We'll work on that. Yes, you can. Look, I would have got cussed out like 20 minutes later. Oh, good thing we have a partnership with TaxBot. Yes, we do. I have a tax preparer. Contact me. Hey, listen, he is a tax preparer. Mr. Dylan Kenlock. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Kenlock. He is a tax preparer. Contact him. Dylan_Kenlock at yahoo.com. He is an active member, an active full-fledged silver, soon to be gold opportunity, and he would appreciate your business because I heard he had a special announcement coming up that's gonna blow the internet away. So look up for him. He's pretty good.
What's his name?
Huh?
What's his name?
His name is Dylan Kenlock.
Kenlock?
Yes. Dylan DYLAN_KINLOCK. I'm pretty sure he could probably do it virtually too. So at yahoo.com.
Is that his Facebook name? Dylan Kenlock?
His name is Dylan Kenlock.
Okay, Dylan Kenlock. Kenlock last name, Dylan first name.
Yeah, reach him on his inbox.
I was just plugging this commercial. I got it the first time.
Sweet. There you go. Good job. I have a problem getting mine from ordering last year. Well, she wants to, Crystal, yeah. Email Toni for the clear question. Do you know if there's a V? Do you know if they are VAT registered, Archer?
Say that one more time.
Do you know if they're VAT registered? I'm presuming this may be a UK question.
I'll find out. VAT. Could you send me a text message or an email, and I'll get you an answer?
Hey, Charlene, can you send her an email with the full definition of VAT and all of good stuff for Archer? She can get that back to you, okay?
Her name is Charlene.
Her name is Charlene. She's in the UK.
Got it. I'll find out.
Okay, cool. Team No Sleep over here. Absolutely. I finally got into the webinar. You're a little late. It's been maxed out. 100 people wouldn't let me get on. This is going to be recorded. I'm trying to figure out how to get it out. Passion for Details, LLC. Toni, what about the vendors? Can I just change my travel company info? And also, how are you guys get to the evolution background pick? Huh?
You just take the picture off of, just download it from Facebook, and some vendors you can call them and change over. Others you have to send a letter. Depends on the vendor. And Antoinette, I will call you once we finish this webinar.
Oh no, Fred! I put a promoter in the back in action and posted an image of a friend on my mind. A Facebook friend wrote the post. I put the promoter in. Oh yeah, for sure. Good job, Snicket. Great answer. Evolution. Blah. Thank you for all your tips. I've been more willing to take it. Great job. Sorry for the typo. I was told no. Okay. Do we make commissions on booking a banquet hall? Rosario.
It depends on the banquet hall. You need to call them. Usually you make commission on anything. Let them know that you are a travel agent. If it's at a hotel, then yes. So
cool.
Call the hotel and book it. And they'll tell you what your commission is going to be.
How can we have a listening of leaders in different locations around the world that can be used as a resource for? I may have someone in Detroit, for example. I'm contacting you.
The best thing to do right now, because we don't have an active list, is just to post on our Facebook pages. Hey, is there anybody in Tennessee? Hey, is there anybody in Texas? And then people will respond to you. Just to let you know, the next webinar starts in 6 minutes.
Yep, I see it. I'm trying to get through these couple questions to try to be fair. I remember him saying change the payment for health insurance. Can we get more information on the health insurance if it was mentioned? David will talk about that at the future date. Get the gold, Nina. Let's see. Kenlock, he put it up again. Cool. Someone just called me and asked about the business. I told him it was a webinar on. He said, when are you done? I said, I don't know. He said, please call me afterward and tell me about the business. Someone said, he is definitely signing up this weekend. Great job. Yeah, just try to get him on the webinar. If not, then learn how to present your opportunity. That's perfect. Antoinette, are you in Sacramento? Yes. Okay, cool. Go rock this nice. How can commissions be paid out with Social Security? How can commissions be paid out without Social Security number? My member from Qatar.
Use the EIN number.
He can use the EIN number. There we go. And get his a go-to card. I hope you guys got your go-to card. Go C2 Go. C2 Go card. Got mine today. Looks nice. I like it. Just FYI. Turn around. It's real quick. I got mine under a week. Yep, there we go. She got hers under a week. I got mine too. Yay. You skipped my question. Was it not appropriate? Oh. Someone just called. Told him I was on webinar now. He said, when you're done, I said, I don't know. He said, please call me afterwards and tell me about the business. I don't know if I'm missing your question, but yeah, just how much money have you made? Oh, how often? These calls will be as active as possible, Earl. How do you answer this? How much money have you made? I guess one way would be to tell them we just got started. Duh. Next question would be tell him to, pay attention to Complat, or get him on the phone with somebody who's made some money. That'll be easy. And then last but not least, tell him he can't spend my money. So don't worry about how much money I've made. How much money are you going to make? What is this number? I guess.
I'm telling you, said get on the phone with somebody who's made some money. So
there we go. That's how you do it. We got my number, Lena. So any one of the numbers you can use, hit her up. If it's a female, if it's a dude, use your personal preference. But I want to let you guys know that we're going to end this wonderful webinar. If you guys are excited, flood the chat line and say thank you. Excitement. We couldn't have done it without you guys. We absolutely packed the line all the way to the end. This call and webinar is recorded. So
one person asked how often is the call? How often is the locker room? They said
as often as we feel deemed necessary. So it might be once a week. So until we get you guys fully trained, so do not waste our time. We will not waste yours. Calling from the top. This is Platinum Agent Fred Howe and Platinum
Agent Toni Ward. Hit us on
Absolutely.
Facebook. Let us know you love the locker room call.
Yay.
You know how we love Facebook.
They are crazy.
Yes, we are.
We are
That's
so
what,
crazy.
That's what makes us entrepreneurs.
Thank you for tuning in, you guys. See you on the next conference call in 2
2
minutes.
minutes. Back the line. 2 minutes. Back the line. Woo! Hey, hold on. Seaberry raised her hand. Wait a minute.
Oh, what'd she say?
I don't know. I need to hear this.
Oh, yeah. Come on. Let's hear what Paulie has to say.
Where Paulie at? I can't find. There should go, Paulie. Say something, Paulie. Talk, Paulie.
Paulie might be in my living room right now, so I'm going to go in the living room and see what she wants.
Ask to star videos. Talk, Paulie. She can't talk. She won't talk to me. Paulie, talk to me, Paulie.
Okay, Fred.
All right, we out of here. Y'all guys have a blessed evening. Stop recording.